All right, welcome everyone to our Spoiled Pets class. My name is Rachel, and my entire job today is to introduce Trisha and Jasmine, because while I am an expert in a great many things related to essential oils, pets is just not one of them. And it is one of Trisha's amazing zones of genius, and she is my go-to for any pet-related questions, and we are very lucky to have her here with us today to not only teach us how to use our oils safely, but also effectively with our pets. So, Trisha, thanks for sharing your brilliant knowledge with us this evening.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a great topic. I think it's important. So I want to give a little bit of background of why I feel comfortable and confident speaking about oils with pets. In New York, where we used to live a year and a half ago before we moved to Pennsylvania, our family had a pet sitting business for 10 years. It was such a joy. And we had so many faithful clients over those 10 years. But within those 10 years, I started using our essential oils too. And using them with the pets, the clients that we had, was so powerful. And we had our own dog too. We had an English bulldog that we used the oils for so many things. But I made it very clear to all our clients that we'd be using essential oils in the home, that I felt very confident about it. And one of my biggest pet peeves are those viral Facebook posts that go around. Ernie the cat sticks out in my head, of how don't use essential oils around your pets. Don't even have them in your home. They killed my cat. It killed my dog. Unfortunately, there's a lot of holes in many of those stories. And I would never want someone to not get oils in their home because of one of those posts. So I think it's really important to bring some truth to all of these things. So I had some beautiful slides made for you on PowerPoint, and they're gone. So you just got me and Jasmine. So Jasmine is our puppy. She is a 6-month-old Yorkshire Terrier. And we use our oils with her constantly already. So I want to back up though and first go over some safety, kind of 101 about essential oils with pets. First and foremost, the easiest one to remember is we're not going to ever diffuse essential oils in the room where the mist is falling down over a carrier. So think like a bird cage or hamsters, gerbils, or even your dog crate. You're not going to want the oils to fall down onto them. That's a little bit too much. You also don't want to diffuse in a room where it's a small room, the doors are closed, there's no real ventilation, the dog or cat doesn't have anywhere to escape. Because a dog or cat will let you know if they don't like the smell of something, they will move away from it. So it's very important that we have that, that they have that autonomy and being able to move away from the scent. Let's leave, my number 2 rule of safety is let's leave tea tree to the experts, like the real vet experts. Our tea tree oil, doTERRA's tea tree, actually falls within the species of that is absolutely safe to use with dogs and cats. But because they are a little bit more sensitive to tea tree and it has to be used in small amounts, it's something that is better left to the experts. So, and there are a ton of holistic vets out there. If you are someone being in this community, I'm sure you are very holistically minded. There are awesome holistic vets out there if you just search. We actually found one here in Doylestown, PA, that does Reiki, acupuncture, homeopathic remedies, loves that I do oils with our pets. They have a diffuser in their vet office, like it's the dream. He does chiropractic on the dogs too. So seek out a holistic vet, because a lot of vets just don't have the training and knowledge in essential oils, just like some of our MDs don't, to give you advice. And so they're going to simply say, no, don't use them. They're going to be bad for you. When in fact, we know that doTERRA's essential oils are extremely safe and effective for our animals. doTERRA actually has a vet advisory board. They take it so seriously. They have a vet advisory board of vets from across the country to put in, safety measures and open talks about using oils with pets. We had an awesome panel one year listening to them of all the different ways they use their oils with their pets. When we're using topically with our pets, we're always going to dilute. Now, we usually say that for humans too, but with our pets especially, they're so much more sensitive than we are. We have to make sure we're diluting. I do love the touch rollers for her. especially Digest-Zen is one that we use often on her. And we roll it right on the skin of her belly so it can absorb right in. And that's super safe for her to be able to lick also, which is another way for her to get it and help whatever's going on. When we're applying topically for other things, like maybe some kind of anxiety issue for the dog, or something, just maybe a thunderstorm, what we want to do is stroke down their back and then back up against their, just up and down. But then also what I do is I take some oil with coconut oil in the palms of my hands, and I will hold, it's harder on the little ones, it's easier on the big dogs, hold the inside, the fleshy parts of their ear. So again, that oil is really getting into their skin, and they can then smell it also. So especially for those anxiety types issues, getting it on their ears, that fleshy part of their ears is really good for them. And experiment with your oils with them. They're going to let you know, like I said earlier, of what they like or don't like. I always try to put my hand out to her for her to smell or taste first. And when I see that she accepts it, then I go ahead and apply it on her. I have never worried about diffusing anything in our home. We have diffusers in every single room. We have never had an issue with any dog that we have. And that again goes back to the purity of doTERRA's essential oils. Anything I'm saying tonight, I would not recommend going to Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Amazon, and buying essential oils. I feel those types of oils are more along the lines of those viral Facebook posts. I know and trust doTERRA's to be safe. Two awesome reference books that I think a lot of us in our community have is SpOIL Your Pet. SpOIL Your Pet is written by a vet, Dr. Mia Frezzo, who's in New Jersey, and Jan Jeremias. It has awesome recipes in it. And I'm going to share a lot of the recipes on my screen in a minute, but it's just got great recipes of how to safely use your oils. My favorite book though, and this is like for the serious pet owner, is the Animal Desk Reference 2, the ADR. It's thick. This is also written by a vet, Dr. Melissa Shelton. She's a holistic vet. This is my Bible. I love this book because it has helped my confidence to use these oils safely with my pets. It goes through every animal, like birds, cats, dogs, horses, and how to use them, how to use each oil, what to use oils for different ailments, how to make different mixtures. One popular cats, I don't know if you have any cat owners on here, is the litter box method of, say your cat is experiencing some digestive issues, simply putting a drop or two of Digest-Zen or maybe cardamom in their litter box, because every time they go and they scratch, they're getting the benefit of that oil. So using the litter box method is really helpful for cats. And that's all described in here in this Animal Desk Reference. You can get this on Amazon. But I have it. And that's what I love to tell people is, okay, if you don't want to have to go buy the book, like just reach out to me and I will answer all your questions. I'll look it up. I'll shoot you pictures of, what's in the book, because it's an excellent resource. So I'm going to go ahead. And I think that was all I had for safety. Sorry, I have to, there we go. When am I sharing my screen? PowerPoint, here we go. So I wanted to share the Doblers, look at that, okay. Okay, there we go. So you can take a screenshot of this. These are just some popular tried and true recipes that we've used. One of my favorites, especially for this time of year, is that itchy dog spray. My English Bulldog used to get a ton of yeast in her paws. Little did we know then, it had a lot to do with her food also. Amy's an expert on pet nutrition. Actually, she has a great company for pet nutrition. But we would use this spray during these like seasonal change kind of times, and it would soothe her and help so much. So that's one of my favorites to have on hand. I would keep it in the refrigerator, so it was like nice and cool and soothing, and it also lasted longer by keeping it in the fridge. Another picture of our English Bulldog there, Elfie. As she got older, she had dementia. And just like a human, she would forget her way, get distressed. Serenity and balance and frankincense were huge. We would use frankincense when she would have like an episode at night on the back of her neck, put a drop under her tongue. We used copaiba daily with her for her joint pain and for her kind of dementia anxiety at night. We would give her a copaiba soft gel. Oh, I remembered the other safety. A lot of the doTERRA supplements are actually beneficial for our pets. Terrazyme, Tri-Ease, Digest-Zen Soft Gel, the omega oils, Copaiba. Those are all awesome for our pets, believe it or not. Ones that we can't give are ones that contain xylitol. I get a lot of questions often about the peppermint beadlets or the On Guard beadlets or the PB Assist Junior. Those have xylitol, and xylitol is not good for our pets. So we have to keep those ones away. When in doubt, just ask and we'll let you know though. So I do make my own shampoo for the dogs. Especially for when I had my pet sitting business, I was washing a lot of dogs. The flea and tick repellent shampoo is awesome as well, but I use the Soothing Skin shampoo. I'm a DIYer, so I love to just have a big jug of it. It works great. You can put whatever scents you like or that you know your dog does well with. What else? The homemade flea collar. We're getting into spring and summer when your dogs are going to be outside more often. We don't take her out that often, so we just simply put a little bit on our hands and put it on the bottoms of her feet. I just use some cedarwood and lavender. Our TerraShield blend though is excellent for flea and tick prevention. A lot of times people will just take their dog's collar or harness and soak it in some TerraShield. TerraShield is our repellent blend. Let it dry, and then that lasts like a week or two, and then wear it, and that repels enough. I think that was, I had the litter box powder on there too. I have Jessie on tonight. Jessie is another fur mama who has had lots of adventures with her pup, Jack. And I'd love it if she could share a testimonial or two with you about how she's used oils with her pets.
Yes, thank you, Trisha. So I'm Jessie. I am mama to Jack, the 1.5-year-old golden doodle, who is just, he's a lover, but he is a troublemaker. And he didn't quite know what to think about essential oils at first. Like we always have diffusers going, and he's always liked them. He's never, not liked them. Once he had tummy troubles, and I had remembered hearing like, let them smell it first to see if they like it. And he was like, what is this? Like he was not having it. So I waited a little bit. And then just like Trisha said, she did with Jasmine, I used the touch roller on his belly, and he was okay with that. And of course he liked the massage. So that was one way. Now he does sleep in my daughter's room every night, and he's no longer in his crate in there. He just sleeps on the floor. But he loves to be in there when there's On Guard in there. I don't know why it is, but that's kind of like his scent. And I always leave the door cracked. So if he needs to, he can leave. The other thing he did one night was he basically overnight woke up to him licking like all of his hair off of his paw. Like it looked like this weird, the vet called it monkey paw. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but like he was so itchy, licked everything off, and it just kept getting worse. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Like, did he hurt his, toe or something? And sure enough, it was some kind of allergy. He seems to have allergies. I'm not sure what to. Amy, I might need to talk to you because we've switched his food and things, but I started using, I reached out to Trisha. I'm like, help, what do I do? And started using we made a spray for him using lavender, frankincense. It was almost like boo-boo spray like we use for the kids, but I don't think it had tea tree in it. I can't remember, there was one more. Oh, helichrysum, maybe helichrysum in there. Anyway, so I started spraying that on it just to like keep him away from it because he would not leave it alone. We did end up having to go to the vet, and he had to get a shot because it just got that bad. The poor thing, it was so raw. But when he is a little itchy, I still use that spray, and it seems to like calm it down. So one other thing that we battle with him is ear infections. I think it's because he has long floppy ears, and he gets groomed every 6 weeks, and I tell him to pluck those ears. I'm a first-time dog owner, so this might seem kind of like, I mean, I had him as kids, but this is the first time I'm the mom, I'm the responsible one. Anyways, I told the groomer like to pluck the hairs in the ears, and it's still a challenge. So if anybody has any, you know, recommendations for us to try and combat the ear infection, or cleaning the ears, I would love to know.
I have a DIY ear cleaner because I do Jasmine's grooming myself. So I pull the hair out myself. And I do a ear cleaner I do use tea tree, but like I said, the doTERRA species of tea tree is safe. I do tea tree, lavender, apple cider vinegar, and witch hazel. And I just put it on a cotton ball, and then I put the cotton ball and just wipe around in there. And because she gets yeast in her ears already, she had a yeast infection in her ear. So it totally is working so far. And I do it once a week, like not often, just once a week, every time we groom her. Yeah. I love that you mentioned the digestion again too, because I have a video in my customer Facebook group of our English Bulldog. Look, English Bulldogs have a ton of issues. We avoided so many vet bills because of our oils. And she had one day, I had took a video of it. Wow. The most crazy stomach noises. We did not, and she was just laying around. Rachel knows the video I'm talking about. Like, it's great. The noises are unbelievable. And I took a video, then I applied Digestin, and I took a video like 10 minutes later. No noise. It was completely silent. Like, it helped immediately. So just as we have these oils to empower us over our own wellness and our family, our human family, they're excellent to have on hand for our animals. And we should not be afraid to use them in our homes with them. They're actually going to really benefit them. I'd love to answer any questions that anyone may have for yourself, or maybe for a friend that has pets.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it better to put all of your oils in the refrigerator, or is it like you were saying earlier, or just that spray?
Just the spray, because anytime we introduce water, apple cider vinegar, anything else to the bottle, like with the essential oils, it has the opportunity for bacteria to grow, right? The essential oils are totally sterile and fine, but once we introduce something else in the bottle, we have to be careful of that. That's why a lot of times we'll use distilled water, because distilled water will last longer. But just as I make an after sun spray for myself, I do keep that in the fridge. Anything I use on my face, like that I add witch hazel to or something, I will keep that in the fridge. So just
good to know, because the stuff that I make for Pet Once it has doTERRA oils in it. And they said that we were not allowed to keep it in the car in the winter because of the cold. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I have to bring that in? So I was just asking, because I was wondering like why that was the case. Like I have a skin spray and a mosquito flea and tick spray. And yeah, it kind of, I left them in the car one time and they did kind of freeze, but.
Sure. Yeah, that's a risk when you have, again, water in there.
Yeah, exactly. But that, I mean, there's oil in there, so it didn't really make any sense why it was free. I don't know.
The oils are tested, and Rachel can talk way more about this part than I can, but like oils are tested. The part of the testing that they go under is like extreme heat, cold, like, and to make sure that everything's okay. So I don't think there's going to be an issue. You know, I mean, I've left bottles of oil in the car or whatever.
Yeah.
In the hot.
Okay, good.
But yeah, just stuff that's going on her body, or like if I make something internally like that we're using, like I definitely she's teething right now too. She's losing all her teeth, so we've just been rolling some copaiba just on my finger and rolling it right on her gums, and she clearly loves that. Got bad breath. But yeah, we use our oils for everything, right? Any other questions?
Just had one other thing I wanted to share that I just remembered. Jack did get a tick on him last summer, and even though we did all the, he took the meds or whatever, and I was kind of scared. I was like, oh no, but I did use On Guard after we got the tick out, in that same spot, just like I would do on us, just as a protective measure. So far so good, like, and everything checked out. It seemed to as well with it, but that's like another thing too, if that happens.
And one thing, I'm glad you brought up tick stuff, because there is another viral thing that goes around, and this is for humans and pets, that tells you to put, if you have a tick like biting you, to put a drop of oil on it so it releases. Do not follow that advice, please. It is actually really wrong. And what can happen is the tick can regurgitate into you. We don't want to use our oils in that way. After the way Jessie did is absolutely the best way to do it. Do not use them to get the tick off though. So there was a question in the chat. Can I list the books? Yes, Darlene. Yes, I will put them in here. Spoil your, actually, we will email out. I will email out the slide of recipes, and I will put the 2 books that I love on there. But ask questions, use your oils with your pets. Don't be afraid. Car sick. Hi, Darlene. My dog, oh, Dan. Hi, Dan. My dog used to get car sick, and I made real awesome choices. Other good choices would be peppermint, ginger, the kids' tamer oil. Great choice to just be able to roll right on your dog. Oh, it's Andrea. Hi, Dan. Yeah, the kids rollers, the touch rollers are kind of my best friends, so I don't have to take the guesswork out of making sure they're diluted for their sensitive skin. You're very dramatic. Yes, I think that's about it though. So she knows it's bedtime. She knows it's supposed to be upstairs with the kids right now. So I hope this information was helpful, and please share it with others so that we can dispel those myths and get more people using their essential oils safely, doTERRA's oils, with their pets, because it really is so wonderful for them.
Trisha, I just wanted to share, the other day I was doing a face-to-face with somebody I met through Master Networks, and we were talking about the essential oils and doTERRA in particular. Turns out Mia Frezzo is his vet. I was like, guess you're kind of familiar with this already. Yeah, so it was a fun, we still had a fun conversation.
The minute we knew we were moving here, I looked up where Dr. Frezzo's office was to see how far it would be for me, because I absolutely would have gone, but it was like 2 hours still from here. I'm so thankful to have found a vet, but people don't know to ask or seek out a holistic vet, and that's so important to have that as part of your care. I am in love with our vet, that we can talk openly about what we're doing and what we're trying. He's not pushing the latest and greatest. I feel so much more confident in everything that I'm talking with him about. He's actually helping us, he loves that we're doing a raw food diet. Like a lot of vets will tell you not to do that. Like there's just, and it comes down to that vets are not trained in nutrition. Vets are not trained in this holistic things. They go to school, and our vet told us, he's like, we're taught to go grab the kibble and give it to them. They're not taught on nutrition or holistic things. We have an opportunity to teach them.
Very cool.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. You're going to get the recording emailed to you. Rachel, I want to wrap it up.
Yes, thank you everyone. So we will send out a link, actually, not just to this recording, but we have a whole collection of awesome classes on our Oil Power YouTube channel. So we will send out that link to you so you can watch this class and also check out any of the other ones that we have done to expand your essential oil knowledge. And stay tuned, because we do a class every month. So we hope we see you here again soon, and hope everyone has a great night. Bye all.